In South Carolina, a new bill in South Carolina. Does anyone want to guess what this bill does? Does it ban condoms? Not quite. Does it ban abortion? I already did that. What is this bill in South Carolina that has been put forth? What does it do? You might be asking yourself this question. If you're watching this video version, you might be looking at the title. For those of you watching the stream, I'm just trying to stretch this out. South Carolina has a bill. You're not going to... I know, it's going to make you mad. South Carolina bill outlaws websites that tell people how to get an abortion. More states could follow, setting up a battle over the future of online speech across the country. Isn't that great? This is what I'm saying. I said this before, right? Is that when Republicans gain power, right? I need you to think about the rolling back of rights. Let me use an analogy or a metaphor of a snowball rolling down a snowy mountain. And as the snowball, right, is going, it collects more snow and it gets faster and faster and faster and collects more and more snow. So that's what we're dealing with, right? It starts off small. It starts off like, oh yeah, you know, this and that, and we'll roll back net neutrality. Remember that during the Trump administration? Does anyone remember that stuff? Just roll all these things back, lay the groundwork. And then, right, as it's gaining speed, gaining size, it's just going to continue, and it's going to get faster, and it's going to get faster and faster, right? So the turning back of Roe v. Wade starts a clock. The conservative theocrats, they don't want to give any opposition enough time to formulate a strategy. They know the Democrats, as they are right now, are garbage, and that they can walk all over them. They can walk all over them. They know that for a fact. They know that there are 0 Democratic politicians that have the power to do anything that will do anything. Nancy Pelosi sure as hell isn't going to do anything. You think Joe Biden's going to do anything? Fuck no. You think Chuck Schumer's going to? So they know that right now we've got inept, garbage Democratic leadership, and so they're just going to keep going. They're just going to keep going until either they win and they control the world, or they get stopped at some point by some group. So again, what this would basically do is, I mean, would it ban YouTube? Or would YouTube do one of those things where it's like if you're accessing from an IP in South Carolina, certain channels are on like a blacklist or something? Who knows? But again, the right does not believe in free speech. They just don't. They just don't. They never have. They never will. Anyone who fell for that meme, if you somehow at some point in your life thought that right-wingers liked free speech, you got lied to. They lied to you. You might be, oh shit, they lied to me? Oh fuck, I didn't know that lying was a thing. Well, guess what? They lied to you. Shortly after the Supreme Court ruling that overturned the right to abortion in June, South Carolina state senators introduced legislation that would make it illegal to aid, abet, or conspire with someone to obtain an abortion. The bill aims to block more than abortion. Provisions would outlaw providing information over the internet or phone about how to obtain an abortion. It would also make it illegal to host a website or provide an internet service with information that is reasonably likely to be used for abortion. Directed at pregnant people in the state. Legal scholars say the proposal is likely a harbinger of other state measures, which may restrict communication and speech as they seek to curtail abortion. The June proposal, S1373, is modeled off a blueprint created by the National Right to Life Committee, an anti-abortion group, and designed to be replicated by lawmakers across the country. As the fall of Roe v. Wade triggers a flood of new legislation, an adjacent battleground is emerging over the future of internet freedoms and privacy in states across the country. One, experts say, that could have a chilling impact on First Amendment protected speech. These are not going to be one-offs, said Michelle Goodwin, the director of the Center for Biotechnology and Global Health Policy at the University of California at Irvine Law School. These are going to be lost and spread like wildfire throughout the states that have shown hostility to abortion. Goodwin called the South Carolina bill unconstitutional, but she warned it's unclear how courts might respond after turning a blind eye to anti-abortion laws even before the Supreme Court overturned Roe. I need you all to understand, free speech, as soon as Republicans take power anywhere, state or federal, free speech is gone. It's done. It's over. I need you all to know that. Like, there's a good chance if Republicans win in the midterms, this show, gone. Rip. Bye-bye. 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 Hopefully everyone has a good life. Remember what I taught you. It's pretty insane. I don't know what to tell you. If tech sticks out on the debate, services are going to be held liable for providing basic reproductive health care for women, said Adam Kovacevic, the founder of CEO of Chamber of Progress, which receives funding from companies including Google and Facebook. Tech companies could soon be navigating a disparate patchwork of state laws caught in the middle of a political tug-of-war between red states and blue states. Democrats are already considering new data privacy proposals to protect reproductive health data and other digital trails that could be used to prosecute people. You know how like every country has like, you know, .co.uk or .co.au or some shit like that? We're going to be in a situation where very soon .com, bye-bye. We're going to be like .co.sc, .co.nc, .co.fucking.nj, .co.ca. Every state's going to have its own version of a website. That's where we're heading toward. I need y'all to understand, we are fucked. Eric Goldman, a professor at Santa Clara University School of Law, said the First Amendment in Section 230, a bill that shields internet providers and tech companies from liability of their posts, photos, and videos on their websites, provide a strong defense in many instances for websites and providers facing lawsuits. So, again, Section 230. Does anyone remember Section 230 being in the news? Right. The last time it was in the news was when Republicans, specifically the leader, Donald Trump, wanted to abolish Section 230. Does anyone remember that? And he almost got it passed in that like last budget bill or something that was in December, I think. Does anyone who has been talking about Section 230? Republicans. They want to abolish it. I wonder why. Does anyone want to think about this? Give it a good thought session. What would Donald Trump do with less protections for? So anyway, folks, if you live in South Carolina, first of all, what? Why? Second of all, get out. Third of all, get your family out. Get the fuck out. Bye-bye. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to watch the show for very much longer. Because, again, I talk about abortion on the show. I don't necessarily go in depth on, you know, what the closest abortion clinic is to your specific location. But I talk about abortion, you know, I talk about abortion access, I talk about the laws, and I'm sure whatever algorithm would be used to flag people, I am guaranteeing you I would be caught up in it. And I would be happy if I got caught up in it. If I did not get caught up in it, then I would continue doing what I can to get caught up in it. So, there you go. We're fucked! And not in the good dick way, folks.